Focal lengths in photo and video production can be a bit like clothing. They tend to go in and out of fashion over time. And there are three classic focal lengths that we are now seeing make a real comeback. And I'll touch on all three, but this video is mostly going to focus on the one that I think gives you the most dramatic results. And just looking at the three classic lenses I have in front of me, I've got a 28mm lens, a 40mm lens, and a 135mm lens. And these focal lengths were popular in the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. And even today, it's easy to find, particularly a vintage 28 or 135mm lens. And that's just because they made so many, and you can get them reasonably cheap. These lenses mostly saw a steady decline until about 2021. And while I don't have any data pre-2004, we can actually look at Google search data from 2004 on and clearly see a low point around 2021 and then a return to popularity today. Keeping in mind, this is a total search results and doesn't take into account the fact that more people are using their phones and cameras are becoming less and less popular. And it's the 135mm focal length that I'm really going to focus on today. I'm going to talk about one specific lens, and this is actually a cinema lens by a company called NISI. Now, as always, there'll be links in the description down below to the lens and also the gear that I use to make this video, including my talking head, microphone, and everything else. And this lens has been given to me by NISI, and as part of that, I've agreed to make a video talking about the lens. That's why I've labeled the video as a sponsored video or product placement, but no money has changed hands and they've had no say in the making of the video. This is a 135mm t2.2 lens, and one of the things a lens like this is going to do for you is give you very dramatic images that you're not going to be able to get out of a phone. And I think one of the reasons for the resurgence in popularity of this focal length is that phones are getting better and better. And the lines between what is shot on a real camera and what is shot on a phone is becoming more and more blurred. But I don't know of any phone that can get you images that look anything like what you'll get out of a 135mm t2.2 lens. And that's because this lens gives you dramatic image compression, which brings those things in the foreground and those things in the background closer together. And being a t2.2 lens, this allows you to blur the background and do so at a significant distance from your subject. This means you can isolate a subject in a way that you can do with very few lenses. This is great for documentary style photography and video, where you want to be able to draw the viewer's eye to a specific person or an object, but still want to be able to maintain a decent distance from the subject. This can be particularly good for when you're in situations where there is concern for your personal safety and you don't want to get too close to the action. But 135mm, while considered a moderate telephoto focal length, is still not so much that you feel like you're looking through a telescope or binoculars. You still feel like you're part of the scene and you're not spying on someone from some great distance. The other thing that's particularly good about this lens is when you do isolate your subject, a large percentage of your image may be out of focus. And we want a really smooth and pleasing background blur, which all the NISI lenses in the lineup are very, very good at. And this particular lens is also very sharp at t2.2, but doesn't give you an overly contrasty image, like an image that you might get out of a photography lens or a phone. Being a cine lens, it's also a manual focus lens, and it has a 300-degree focus throw. Now, this is perfect for using follow focus systems, but if you're pulling focus by hand and you want to do a full focus throw near to far, it can be a little bit challenging. But it is perfect when you have a subject at a distance and you are really trying to dial in that focus. It is really perfect for that and gives you the fine control you need to do that. And the 135 is not the only lens in the Athena Cine lens lineup. There are multiple focal lengths and they all have similar size and weight, and they have matching focus and aperture gearing. They all have the same 300-degree focus throw, and they all have a 77mm filter thread other than the 14mm. They also have excellent color consistency throughout the set, which is important if you are shooting cinema and you're switching between lenses. One of the other cool things about this lens and the other lenses in the set is that they actually have more coverage than a full frame sensor. And a lot of the images that you've seen in this video were shot on the GFX 100 Mark II, which is a medium format camera. But the whole set actually works equally well from medium format cameras all the way down to micro four thirds. You just need to pick the appropriate focal lengths. One weak point of 135mm lenses in general is that the minimum focus distance is often quite some distance from the lens. And this kind of spoils the opportunity to get really close-up dramatic images with a moderate telephoto focal length. But they do have a solution to that, and that is a close-up adapter. And this is NISI's close-up adapter. And you can use this on the 135, but you can also use it on any of the NISI lenses or any other lenses. And I have been using this on multiple cinema lenses as well as photography lenses. And what it does, it's almost like a magnifying glass for your lens. It allows you to get closer to your subject, and it allows you to get greater magnification. And when used with the 135, you get these really dramatic pseudo macro style images that look extremely cool. And it also saves you from worrying about getting a dedicated close focus or macro cine lens or macro standard photography lens just by using one of these close focus adapters. And the other thing I like about it compared to using macro extension tubes, which is another way to take a lens and give it a closer minimum focus distance, is you can use this on any different brand of lens. You just have to step down the filter size so it fits on the front of the lens. So you could use this on Canon, Nikon, Sony, it wouldn't matter, all of them. Where when you've got those step-up rings for macro, they are specific to the lens mount. So this is a lot more versatile. If you're interested in the rest of the Athena Cine Lens set, I've just thrown a video on screen now. In that video, I cover more focal lengths. I also cover how the lenses work as a set, including color matching, focus breathing, and other more clinical testing.